Jadív Gilier, agus fáilte rófing ailih. Smisha Póla Docherty, Ochtar an Anid, agus Mioraní na Halscoile seo, agus is cúis aithir sé dú fáilte charóf an le spéisialta seo. Táid sin seo nniuchan céilliúrú poblí dhéanú a gais gacadúil atá déanta go bhí gionmhar goid cuasaí léon na coppla bliana nuas. Le mór a bhéidir in na Halscoile atá, agus ócaid níos mó, agus níos táhachtaí ríist na mór saoil hain. Gomair sé bhar géimeach dúr, agus cíam gacha áras a théile tá rómh amach mar chéimithe de chud Halscoil na Héireann Gaillimh. My name is Polo Doherty, Deputy President and Registrar, and on behalf of the University of Galway, I want to extend to you all a very warm welcome to this conferring ceremony. It's a special day for all of us in the university, and I want to start by introducing you to the various people who are central to this ceremony today. To my left is the President of the University of Galway, Professor Ciarán O'Hogarty, who presides over the ceremony. With him is Professor Michal Molcho, the Dean of Education in the College of Arts, Social Sciences and Celtic Studies. Behind me is Professor Rebecca Braun, Dean of the College, who will present candidates to the President. And we are joined also today by colleagues from the College, behind me and over to the left, who have played their part in ensuring that you are here to be conferred today, and it really is a splendid turnout from the College of Arts colleagues. We're also joined on the stage today by Dr. Verna Commons, who will present Honorary Graduate Martin O'Connor, and Professor Sean Ryder, who will present Honorary Graduate Miri O'Malley. But before we get into the formal part of the ceremony, I will hand you over to the Students' Union Vice President for Education, Mr. Joe Mee, who will make a commencement address, after which Professor Molcho will open the formal proceedings in Latin.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Mee and I'm the Vice President for Education of Cultus and Lane, Oscail na Gaillimhe, a University of Galway Students' Union. Life moves quickly, and it seems like only yesterday I was at first year aimlessly walking around campus trying to find everything. I remember being excited, nervous and confused. There have been many challenges, but also so many opportunities and experiences. My time spent here in Galway has helped shape me into the individual I am today. I hope Galway has prepared you for the challenges and adventures you will face in the next chapter of your life. I hope you have positive memories of your time spent here. I hope the experiences, knowledge and friends you've made here will drive you forward and help shape the person you will become. As an education officer, I see the immense value of education. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Education is your gateway to opportunity. Use your education to its fullest potential. Use what you've learned to create, to innovate, to change, to question, and to have a positive impact on the society that we share. Use it to enhance your life and the lives of the people around you. As a students' union, we strive to enhance the student experience. We try to positively impact the lives of students. Alumni are also an essential element of the university community. They help run society and spread the University of Galway network all over the world. You may be finishing your studies here, but you will always be part of the University of Galway community, unless, of course, they change your name again. I wish you all the best in all your future endeavours, and I hope you enjoy any endeavours you may have tonight. Thank you very much.
Pro honorabis praeses tot aqua universitas, hec comitia universitar hodia convocta sunt, ut quidam homines ad gradus academicus admintatur, eos esque presentabit Professor Rebecca Braun.
Pre honorabilis praeses tot aquae universitas. Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences. Presento vobis hasse meas filias filiumque meum, quas omnes sio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilis et idonius esse qui admittantur ad gradum doctoratus philosophiae. idque tibe fide mea testor expondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessit, mitter vos ad gradum doctoratus philosophiae.
Colm Brian Doody is awarded a PhD in psychology for research supervised by Dr. Kieran Sarma, Dr. John Bogue, and Dr. Jonathan Egan on developing a novel resilience building programme for Irish military personnel. Siobhan Morrissey is awarded a PhD in English for research supervised by Dr. Muireann O'Caneja and Dr. Lindsay Myers on race and empire in the work of Enid Blyton. Jane O'Brien is awarded a PhD in history for research supervised by Dr. Sarah Ann Buckley on care and control, the experience of the Sisters of Mercy run Irish industrial schools, 1868 to 1936. Elizabeth Mary Quirk is awarded a PhD in English for research supervised by Dr. Cleona Carney and Dr. Lorna Shaughnessy on When They Talk About Mothers, a creative practice dissertation in poetry investigating queer kinship. Raquel Rodriguez Fernandez is awarded a PhD in Spanish for research supervised by Dr. Maria Pilar Alderete Diez on cognitive linguistics in the learning of prepositions in Spanish. Doctor of Psychological Science, Clinical Psychology. Presento vobis hasse meas filias filiumque meum, quas omnes sio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilis et edonius esse que admittantur ad gradum doctoratus in scientia psychologica, idque tibe fide mea testor expondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessit, mitter vos ad gradum doctoratus in scientia psychologica.
Mark Cicchetti. Conor Connolly. Brona Donoghue. Katie Francis. Simon Farrell. Darina Gormley. Laura Hayes. Caroline Bridget Jennings. Laura McHugh. Rachel McKenna. Jared Monaghan. Sharon Bridget Welby. Conal Wrigley. Doctor of Psychological Science, Clinical Psychology, Qualified Clinicians, Siobhan Burke. John Buttimer. Damien Connolly. Suvi Dockery. Eileen Jukes. Orla Moore. Honours Bachelor of Arts. Presento vobis hasse meas filias filiosque meos, quas omnes sio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilis, et edonius esse, que admittantur ad gradum baccalaureatus in artibus honoro curso confecto. Itque tibi fide mea testor expondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessit, mitter vos ad gradum doctoratus baccalaureatus in artibus honora curso confectum.
Mukhtar Ali. Ross Albertini. Michelle Margaret Berry. Jake Bond. Harry Bouchier. Maeve Bradley. Conall Brennan. Killian Brown. Liam Burke. Tebu Ba. Emma Coakley. Jasmine Cardiff. Kyle Connolly. Alan Costello. Helena Coughlin. Saoirse Cullen. Rebecca Dillon. Mia Doherty. Connor Doherty. Jack Dwyer. Skeiste Druskait. Thomas Warren Edwards. Michael Fadden. Luke Paul Fahy. Pierce Feeney. Angela Flynn. Cian Foran. Rory Gutford. Joe Gallagher. Ella Greeley. Conil Hanley. John Harrison. Eilish Michelle Hayes. Elliot Herity. Cleona Coich Hayes. Lauren Keeg. Roxana Komakowska. Emily Lauren Killen. Jordan Jessica Lydon. Kelly Olivia Maher. Emily Maher. Rachel Mahan. Inger Trinity Mankai. Jack McBrien. Dara McCarthy. Jamie MacDonald. Patrick McDonnell. Thomas Patrick McDonough. Oliver McGuinness. Maeve McKeown. Shauna McLaughlin. Michael McShane. Connor James Malloy. Frederick Maloney. Andre Morgan. Adam Morrissey. Peter Moylan. Alice Murray. Thomas Murray. Shifra Ni. Grace Nolan. Troy Nolan. Claire O'Connell. Liam O'Connor. Joseph Paul O'Connor. Orla O'Dea. Aisling O'Donoghue. Cian O'Flaherty. Lauren O'Regan. Michael Patrick O'Reilly. Aoife O'Reilly. Antoinette Maria Peyton. Susan Porter. Jack Power. Zoe Quinn Drumgoole. Kiva Russell. Jeanette Margaret Samuels. Roisin Scanlon. Patrick Scully. Avril Sexton. Kevin Gerard Smith. Rochelle Angela Sonido. Neil Staunton. Dylan Sean Sumner. Barbara Sperling. Sophia Isabella Tiger Murphy. Leah Timlin. Dermot Treacy. James Tully. Chloe Tumulty. Emma Turner. Rebecca Walsh. Molly Walsh. Adam Walsh. Conor Martin Walsh. Alana Ward Doohan. Andrea Catherine Welby. Dara Joseph Whelan. Roisin Wilson. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Arts with Data Science, Kieran Rafter. Meg Regan. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Children's Studies, Dervla Cribben. Rachel Delaney. Rachel Ruane. Honours Bachelor of Arts Studies, Niamh Siobhan Hannon. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Coanóracha le Gaeilge, Maria Therese Dooley. Sean Paul Gallagher. Emily Gorry. Ruth Hurley. Fionn McDonough. Caitlin McNicholas. Anya Moira McHugh. Sean O'Driscoll. Emily O'Sullivan. Honours Bachelor of Arts with Creative Writing, Roseanne Fahy. David Anthony Lydon. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Drama, Theatre and Performance Studies, Una Verlaine. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Film and Digital Media, Lorcan Sean Doherty. Honours Bachelor of Arts with Film Studies, Liam Michael Griffin. Owen McCambridge. Peter Stones. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Global Languages, Dilsouz Barden. Bethany Blaney. Ciara Martina Burke. Adam Cameron. Shauna Cave. Mairead Anna Dewar. Isabella Dorava. Finn Duclos. Kate Kelly. Tara Kelly. Ania Kokore. Cassandra Carla Andrea Lange. Emma Jane Leo. Nora Mulcahy McNamee. Sarah Nicholas. Killian O'Boyle. Hannah Staunton. Caitlin Sylvester. Ellen Walsh. Honours Bachelor, Amy Cahill. Honours Bachelor of Arts with Human Rights, Lillian Horgan. Niamh McLaughlin McAllisey. Sarah Mitchell. Honours Bachelor of Arts International, Fionnuala Ann McMenamin. Ella Nicole Anderson. Eliza Apisato. Mololuwa Awogboro. Emma Barden-Healy. Mayform Lucienne Boriallo Barrow. Alana Michelle Carey. Neil Caulfield. Hannah Cody. Liam Conahan. Stephen James Coonahan. Katrina De Fuiche. Neil Doran. Alva Doyle. Emer Ann Farrell. Niamh Finnan. Fiona Hennessy. Niamh Hickey. Grace Kavanagh. Chloe Ailish Kavanagh Duffy. Lauren Ellen Kieran. Dana Veronica Kelly. Ciara Kilcoyne. Rachel Kilcullen. Ben Newman. Cathal O'Brien. Josh O'Connell. Lucy Peoples. Ciara Rattigan. Paulina. Mairead Space. Colm Tarpey. Rebecca Phoenix van Standen. Maria Ward. Honours Bachelor of Arts with Journalism, Daniel Leo Brennan. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Music, Niamh Connor. Casey Cowan. Emer Cowman. Honours Bachelor of Arts with Performing Arts Studies, Natasha Nolan. Honours Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, Amy Michelle Naughton. Sinead O'Doherty. Sinead Ciara Quinn. Siobhan Ann Langan. Honours Bachelor of Science, Applied Social Sciences. Presento vobis Josemeos filios filiam meam, quas omnes sio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilis, et edonius esse que admitantur ad gradum baccalaureatus in scientiae honoro curso confecto, idque tibi fax spondeo totique academiae.
Ego octortata mihi concessa, admittavos ad gradum baccalaureatus in scientiae honoro curso confecto.
Neil Kelly. Claudia Sophie McNicholas. Grandon Tai go Korean. Masters in Academic Practice. Presento vobis hanc meam filiam filiumque meum, quas omnes sio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilis et idonius esse que admittantor ad gradum magisterii in artibus, itque tibi fide mea testor expondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, admitta vos ad gradum magisterii in artibus.
Johanna Mary Clancy. Paul O'Connor. Master of Arts, Family Support. Adekemi Babarinde Adeyemi. Maria Blazikovic. Claire Marie Collins. Lorna Flanagan. Christina Gannon. Karen Gorman. Mary Holmes. Yorgita Yorinaite. Jackie Jackson. Harriet Kenny. Stacey Markham. Sandra McLaughlin. Anne Mills. Collins O'Para. Saoirse Erin Quinn. Aidan Reid. Kelly Slattery. Master of Arts, Social Work, Maeve Brannigan. Mikey Brennan. Hannah Colkin. Rose Carberry. Stephanie Donoghue. Caroline Durain. Aisling Donnelly. Grace Dernan. Louise Flannery. Moira Fitzgibbon. Evie Joyce. Killian Kennedy. Ada King D'Alessandro. Mary Jane Leddy. Françoise Lynch. Siobhan McStay. Niamh Malloy. Nomatham Sanqua Mercy Nakub. Tara Naughton. Dervla Ní Droináin. Christina O'Brien. Jenny O'Mara. Alexandra Maria Potter. Postgraduate Diploma in Academic Practice. Presento vobis hasse meas filias filiosque meos, quas omnes sio tam moribus quam doctrina habilis et edonius esse que admittantur ad diploma post baccalaureatum in artibus, itque tibi fide mea testor expondeo totique academiae.
Ego octaratata mihi concessa, admito vos a diploma post baccalaureatum in artibus.
Galina Brichov. David Chung. Dennis Dennehy. Chris Cahill Doyle. Martina Giltonane. Enda Howley. Fiona Nequin Canoim. Lindsay Sullivan. Postgraduate Diploma in Arts, Practice Teaching, Supervision and Management. Elizabeth Catherine Cleary. Catherine Hines. Harry Johnson. Niamh Kavanagh Lyons. Deirdre Lally. Michelle McKernan. Bernadette McCarthy. Brona Moran. Katie Murphy. Olivia O'Donovan. Michelle Perrell. Aisling Ryan. Angela Strain. Higher Diploma in Arts, Archaeology. Presento vobis hasse meas filias filiosco meos, quas omnes sio tam moribus quam doctrina habilis et edonius esse que admittantur ad diploma superius in artibus. Itque tibi fide mea testor expondeo premier.
Ego octaratata mihi concessa, admito vos a diploma superius in artibus.
Jacinta Mary Ryder. Higher Diploma in Arts, Psychology. Stephen Ashmore. Gabrielle Brown. Owen Cotter. Kate Dawson. Ryan Keane. Maret Mora Nolan. Marlon Shue. Higher Diploma in Arts, Psychology Conversion, Gavin Jonathan Alcorn Friel. Helen Cahill. Joshua Connell. Diran Nora Considine. Ria Coughlin. Deborah Doherty. Michael Grant. Sophie Gray Hall. Michael Healy. Shifra Kiri. Chloe Kelly. Evelina Maria Lach. Anna O'Mahony Sinnott. Kiana Reedy. Rachel Turner.
Fra honorabis praeses tutaqua universitat, haec comitia universitaria hodia convocta sunt, od quidem hominas exami eximi ad graduas academias honoris causa admitatur. Doctoratus in litteris honoris causa Professor Sean Ryder presentapit Mario Mali.
The poet Mary O'Malley was born in Connemara and educated at this institution, then known as University College Galway. She has lived and worked as a writer and teacher in Ireland, Portugal, France, and the US. She has been Heimbold Chair of Irish Studies at Villanova University and held writer-in-residence posts at Paris, Tarragona, New York, Derry, Belfast, the University of Limerick, and Trinity College Dublin. And of course, she's been a welcome presence here in Galway over many years, where she has served terms as this university's writer-in-residence, and also as a well-loved teacher on our creative writing programs and Irish Studies Summer School. She's long been a supporter and committee member for Galway's Courch International Poetry Festival. Recognition of her artistic achievement was confirmed when, in 1998, she was elected by her peers to Éisteadána, the national affiliation of the most accomplished living Irish writers and artists. Many people will also be familiar with Mary's work from her regular contributions to RTE's Sunday Miscellany and other programs. Alongside her writing career, and in keeping with her concerns for global justice, Mary has been active in environmental education for many years, with a special interest in our seas and boglands. And, typically for Mary, with her wide and inclusive vision, her work in this area has drawn together both the creative and the scientific, working with both marine scientists and musicians to think our way holistically through the wicked problems of environmental change. The university honors Mary today, in particular, for the remarkable achievement of her 9 acclaimed books of poetry. Her most recent volumes include Valparaiso, containing poems arising out of her artistic residency on the marine research vessel, the Celtic Explorer, in 2011. Also, her award-winning volume, Playing the Octopus, which she published in 2016, and her latest book of poems, Gaudent Angeli, published by Carcanet Press in 2019. Mary's poetry is characterized by an unflagging curiosity about the world, and it ranges widely in themes and subjects, but it is rooted in certain recurring concerns: her relationship to place, her interest in the power of mythologies, both ancient ones and contemporary political ones, her concern for and about the Irish language, her love of music and musicians, her commitment to ecological thinking, and her fascination with the way that the discourses of science and poetry both align and contend with each other. It is noticeable that Einstein and Feynman populate her poems alongside Persephone and magical Irish shapeshifters. And threaded through all of the work is the subject of love, both its pain and its necessity. Her work has a unique music, too. In a citation for her award of the Michael Hartnett 2018, the judges remarked that Mary's work has a, quote, a playfulness and joy in language that produces a magical quality. Light bounces and refracts, musical intonations interweave with the lyric voice. What is achieved is a virtuoso performance, end of quote. The great Russian linguist Viktor Shklovsky argued in 1917 that the task of poetry is to defamiliarize reality. In other words, through word and sound, to startle us out of our habitual vision and tired complacencies in order to see the familiar world afresh, less comfortable than we thought, capable of baffling, provoking, or exhilarating by turns. When a poet's words bring us to this place, as readers, our own imaginations can be liberated. This theme is itself well exemplified in one of the poems from Mary's most recent collection, a poem entitled Translation, which, appropriately for the audience of arts graduates here today, reminds us that we exist in a dynamic relation with the culture and creativity of the past, and that acts of translation, both literal and metaphorical, are never just acts of mechanical replication. They are occasions for creative remaking and sudden glimpses of fresh horizons. I'd like to conclude these remarks by reading that poem for you. Translation. Odysseus sails out century after century and keeps returning, each time a little changed, so that you wonder if, even once, he meets himself coming home, but must still go on endlessly, each time with small degrees of change, which have, by the journey's end, vast consequences. Each generation he leaves Penelope again, sleeps with other women, puts a burning stake in the Cyclops' eye, and shows no great until the sea has had enough of him, and we have run out of words for the sea's disorder, for the detailed ways a man can slaughter. Then a fresh painted ship sails into view, and we're lured back, out the sea roads, into the blue. Praehonorabilis praesis totaque universitas. Praesente vobis hanc meam filiam, quem scio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilem et idoneum esse qui admitatur honoris causa ad gradum doctoratus in litteris, idque tibi fide mea tester ac spondeo totique academiae.
Ego auctoritatem mihi concesse, nita tea gradum doctoratus in literis honoris causa.
Prae honorabilis parses totaque universitas. Haec comita universitaria hodia convocta sunt, od quidem homines maxima eximi ad gradus academicos honoris causa admittantur. Doctoratus in musica, honorius causa, Dr. Verna Cummins presentavit Martin O'Connor.
E. Annie Prue's novel and masterpiece, Accordion Crimes, outlines the musical soundings of a small green accordion as it journeys through the fingers of an ethnically rich, diverse body of immigrant musicians throughout 19th century America. A century's worth of musical diversity, encoded in Prue's accordion, is embodied here today by just one person, Martin O'Connor, the recipient of the highest honorary award given by this institution. With 5 solo albums, innumerable collaborations, and an immense compositional portfolio extending over 40 years, Martin's accordion voices musical and compositional journeys that span counties, countries, and continents. Musicologist Graham Smith notes how a significant body of the Irish traditional music repertoire was created and conceived on instruments other than the accordion, with stylistic features idiomatic to these other instruments. Martin's first solo album, The Connaught Man's Rambles, recorded in 1978, recalibrated this phenomenon, as on it we hear a new idiom emerging on the button accordion, even as it locates itself firmly within a traditional axiom. It's also a first glimpse of that trademark deceptive ease of performance, belying the dexterity and technical agility, the magic of what happens between fingers and keyboard in the O'Connor oeuvre. However, Irish music neither binds nor contains, and the next solo recording, Perpetual Motion, recorded in 1990, steps outside the tradition. Both performatively and compositionally, Martin introduces his listeners to a new harmonic consciousness, instinctively hearing and building chords into a melodic-centred tradition. Seamlessly taking on the accents and rhythms of other musical soundscapes, it demonstrates an emerging tour de force of compositional talent. Furthermore, in the rendering of Martin's musical imagination, the characteristic limitations of the button accordion keyboard are simply disregarded. Of course, much had taken place between these two recordings as the attraction of O'Connor's musicality drew a steady stream of collaborators to his door. Tom Moore and Midnight Well, followed by Dolores Keane and Real Union. Indeed, in the early 1980s, along with Frankie Gavin, the ultimate box and fiddle duet, core to the sound of Dedanan, is cemented. This paired an accordion into the heart centre of the Irish traditional group ensemble, a role held until that point largely by the uilleann pipes, as heard in Planxty and the Bothy Band. It is with Martin O'Connor in mind that composer Bill Whelan foregrounds solo accordion in his groundbreaking Seville Suite of 1992, which for the first time marries solo traditional instrumentalists with the RTE Concert Orchestra. When Whelan goes on to create his Riverdance opus, accelerating the globalisation of Irish traditional music in the process, the solo accordion that he seeks is specifically the ones in the hands of Martin O'Connor. Martin's harmonic curiosity extends to experimentation with other tuning systems. The first album of accordion music that Martin received from his parents was that of another great Galwegian box player, Joe Burke. The B&C tuning, espoused by Joe and others, gives way to C-sharp D, or the press and draw system, drawing on the 78 recordings of Kimmel and Conlon, but also allowing access to a wider harmonic palette and rhythmic possibility in performance and composition. This changes forever the trajectory of the button accordion in Ireland, bringing a new harmonic sensibility both within and without the tradition. Marching is central to this evolution and elevation. He code switches seamlessly between musical genres, and yet in all of his music there is an unmistakable Irish accent and a distinctive musical voice that is uniquely and singularly his own. Cultural theorist Roland Robertson contends that global cultural flows invigorate local cultural niches through the process of glocalization. Marcin O'Connor personifies the concept of the glocal. Rooted in Galway, there exists in his music the co-presence of both universalizing and particularizing tendencies. From imbibing the melodeon playing of his grandparents, performing at the very first Galway Arts Festival in 1978 with Galway-based musicians such as Danann, and furnishing widely anticipated performances to the Arts and Action series here at the University of Galway throughout its 15-year existence. Marcin inquisitively explores an eclectic world music palette from secure roots. The inarguable Galway inflection in his compositional voice comes to the fore in the Galway City of Culture performance of The Mighty Ocean, with long-term collaborators, the Contempo Quartet. Joe Burke once described Marcin as fearless in his ability to take on any kind of music. Such fearlessness and openness has produced an extraordinary creative musician, a striking and reedy voice within Irish music making, and a significant contributor to the soundtrack of 20th and 21st century Ireland. Pre honorables presi, totique universitas, praesento vobis hunc meum filium, quem scio tam moribus, quam doctrina habilem et idonium esse, qui admitator honoris causa ad gradum doctoratus in musicae, idque tibi fide meo testo expondio, totique academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, mitter te ad gradum doctoratus in musica honoris causa.
Fra honorables praesas, ceremoniis rita confectis, fidem quellios convacciones universitaria.
So we're in for a couple of treats before we finish. But before we get to the treats, I just want to say thank you to a whole range of people who make sure that this event today can happen and function and work well. People whose hard work and professionalism ensure that that is what happens. And in particular, I want to thank Brona Clifford and the Conferring team, Tara Layden and the Academic Registry, and in addition to that, staff from the President's Office, administrative staff from the college and school offices, audiovisual staff from the Centre of Excellence in Learning and Teaching, the Marketing and Communications Office, agus an Chervish Ashtrahan, and I'd ask you to join me in thanking them all. So the President will speak last today, and he will send you on your way, rather. But before that, we're in for two treats. I first of all want to invite Mary O'Malley to address you all, and when Mary has finished, Marcin O'Connor is going to give us all a treat.
Well, Jeeb, agus Corchorges, Ochri, congratulations all of you. I'd like to start by thanking the President and Vice President for this great honour of being here today and receiving the doctorate. I'm particularly delighted to be receiving it with my friend and colleague Martin O'Connor. And I want to thank Sean Ryder for his wonderful citation, and also in particular the team in the President's office. I was wondering, is there any chance they would run the country for us? I would go much smoother. Thank you again. The perpetual ideal is astonishment. This is the opening line of White Egrets, published when Derek Walcott was 80. I still remember opening the book and reading that line with a shock of recognition and surprise. I had met Derek Walcott many years before at a Dublin literary festival and invited him to read at court. He gave me a number to ring in the new year, and the following year he won the Nobel Prize, and I thought, right, that's that. I rang the number anyway, and thanks in great part to Seamus Heaney, he came and read the following year, mostly from Homeros, his book, his great translation of, and West Indianization, if you like, of Homer's Odyssey. In person, Walcott could appear easily bored or jaded, but as a poet, here he was, at 80, prepared to be astonished by the world, by words, and possibly, though I can't know this, by life itself. Poets are wary of superlatives and of emotive expressions. Astonishment is not a word he would use lightly. After all, this was a man who once advised a student to remove the word still from a line. Well, a lot of us have done that in creative writing classes, as some of you will know. But what was interesting about Walcott doing it was the reason he gave. It's too tall, he said. So the astonishment Walcott hopes for is ideal, not a perpetual state. No poem could survive that, I think. In 1900, sponge divers off a small Greek island discovered a wreck full of statues and coins, and among the treasures an ugly brown lump of rotting wood and metal. Examining and in time X-raying and carbon dating, and not without debate and disagreement, scientists and archaeologists agreed they had just uncovered a 2,000-year-old star clock which had been used to set the date of the Olympic Games. These games marked the start of a 4-year cycle called the Olympiad. The device is known as the Antikythera device, a beautiful object with an intricate system of bronze dials and gears and tiny inscriptions. Using what were then very complex astronomical calculations, it is thought to have also been predicted eclipses. It was made in 100 BC, and it's known as the first computer. What I've done is tell you a story, or the bare bones of it. This version of the story involves mostly scientists and archaeologists, none of whom were very interested in the divers, without whom the discovery of what we now still call the first computer would not have been made. When I boarded the Celtic Explorer on a residency, it was at the invitation of the Department of the Marine. What I found was part ship, part laboratory, my ideal university. They even gave me a little table to work at, tucked in quietly behind the master's quarters on the bridge. As a student, I used to hang out in the labs here as much as possible. A few of us did. We mostly did it to stay warm. And we hoped we wouldn't be noticed and we might even learn something. This team of scientists were international and they were very happy to answer my questions. I wrote every day. In the evening, I asked questions, looked at microscopic creatures, and chatted about the philosophical and ethical implications of mapping the seabed and the destruction of the coastal culture in Ireland with both the crew and the scientists. I used to watch the delicate instruments lifted from their in a cage out of the sea. And I thought then of the beautiful instrument in Greece, of the statues of the horses, and how it must have been to the first diver to discover them. Elias Stadiatus, rising to the surface, speechless with astonishment. And this is another version of the story in one of the poems I wrote for the book Valparaiso, which came out of that journey. He hung over the side, a cigarette discarded, a chain with its crucified Christ flashing in the sun, and blessed himself. His breath opened, oh, and oh, again and again, took in the whole element and time, and all the subatomic particles, took them into his chest and dived. He found this old half-rotted star clock, all bronze and green and verdigris. And then he saw the women coming at him like ghosts, falling towards him out of the wreck with their strange virginity, and dropped it. By the time he reached the surface, he was gabbling, they said, about bodies. Said it with their kind's terror of superstition, flattened like an old watch, dumped. Its secret stayed buried in a lost codex long after the sponge diver found it. Scientists disputed its purpose, but it was into the sponge diver's arms the beautiful dead women fell. It was he found the treasure because he was down there among the old irons, old bottles, poking around where it all starts, with the sea crazed, star hungry, star crossed. You've grown up in a world that is constantly trying to limit us to binary thinking. And binary thinking destroys nuance, and it has little use for philosophy and ethics, for classical studies, and even less time for the kind of private contemplation that means you're out of reach of your search engines. Don't let them steal your time. That's the only bit of advice I'm going to give you. The humanities have never been as important as they are now. The pearls of big data show the need for ethics, philosophy, and history. But above all, we need more than ever the ability to question and evaluate the answers we're given. You've been given those skills. And one more valuable, perhaps, than any other language or languages. I come to explore the wreck. The words are purposes, the words are maps. I came to see the damage that was done and the treasures that prevail. So wrote Adrian Rich in Diving into the Wreck. Congratulations to you all. You're gorgeous.
Thank you. And heartiest congratulations, first and foremost, to all the wonderful graduates today. And thank you, of course, on my behalf to the university, the President, Vice President, for entertaining the notion that I'd be here at all. So it's absolutely great to be here. The older I get, I suppose, is the more I realise it's absolutely great to be anywhere. And I hope I congratulated Mary as well. It's very, very hard to get up here after such a beautiful articulate speaker, or speakers, I should say. But anyway, they say that a spontaneous speech isn't worth the paper it's written on. But so I scribbled a few things down this morning, and I lost my glasses a few minutes ago as well, so I'm a bit dishevelled. I suppose, yeah. I feel this is early this morning, I feel a huge amount of gratitude to parents that I had who encouraged us to find what we were happiest at in life, me and my siblings. The great neighbours that we had in Barna, Merview and Annadown, where we've lived since the 80s. I feel, of course, great appreciation for the many musicians that I've worked with over many years, the magnificent people and players. The other night, 2 nights ago, we were playing in London. The great Cathal Hayden is the most wonderful fiddle player, banjo player, astounding musician, as is Seamie O'Dowd, who hails from Sligo, and he's a multi-instrumentalist. And of course, I've worked and enjoyed immensely working with Zoe Conway and Donal Lunny, and always have I have an amazing appreciation for their music. And the great Gary O'Brien, we've been friends for many years, and we've had many musical adventures together. There are so many musicians in the tradition who've ploughed their own beautiful music furrows, and all of the aforementioned. And of course, it's been great fun to play with the likes of Frankie Gavin and Dedan back in the 80s. Frankie, of course, is a national treasure, to say the least. And musicians like Brendan O'Regan, he's a wonderful bouzouki player, and he lives down in Kinvara. Johnny O'Connolly is a great accordion player, and he has beautiful compositional work as well. He lives out beyond Spiddle. A young accordion player called David Munnelly is doing wonderful work as well for the instrument. Alan Kelly is a great piano accordion player, and he's brought a lot of people through his compositional work and is playing to appreciate the piano accordion more. And also a great old friend, Eimer Barrett, out there, who composes and plays. I suppose the icing on the cake for me is to be playing music with my children, and that's probably what I enjoy most at the end of the day. Another thought this morning. Life, of course, and being alive is such a tremendous miracle, and our existence on this most precious planet home of ours, spinning away through space. As someone said one time, we get a free trip around the sun every year. And then, when you look at the madness of wars and the crazy arms industry, profit-driven. Two people I thought of was a man called Vedran Smelovic, and he lives up in Warrenpoint, and he became known as the cellist of Sarajevo because during the siege of Sarajevo back in 1992, there were, I think it was 20 people killed in a mortar bomb attack. They were just queuing for bread. And Vedran went out and played. It was 22 people. He played Albinoni's Adagio, each day for 22 days. And a reporter or a cameraman ran over to him on one occasion because his life was in danger doing this. And he said, "Are you crazy? Are you crazy?" And Vedran looked at him and he said, "No, ask them, are they crazy?" So, of course, he's right. There was a woman called Carol Ferracci 20 years before that. She sang as a Nooby-Doo singer, a backing vocalist, with the Ray Conniff Singers in America. And they were invited to perform at the White House for President Nixon at the time, who became known as Tricky Dicky. I remember in court one time he gave an answer to And the answer was very questionable. And then he said something like, I know that you think that you understand what you think I said, but I'm not sure that you realise that what I said was not what I really meant. So that's Tricky Dicky at his best. And anyway, Carol Ferracci, you can see this in YouTube. She was with the Ray Conniff Singers, and just before they performed whatever song they were going to do, she stepped forward and unfurled a little bit of paper, and she said something like, this is not verbatim now, but it's in the ballpark. President Nixon, please stop murdering the people, animals and vegetation in Vietnam. And she said, you go to church on Sunday and you pray to Jesus Christ. She said, if Jesus Christ was here now, you'd never drop another bomb. So, I mean, that's as powerful as it gets. Anyway, where am I going? Yeah, I don't want to beat Margareta's 23-minute wonderful delivery yesterday. So, yeah, it just occurred to me maybe there's too much intelligence in the world and not enough wisdom. Joe Bosk, a great old friend of mine, he wrote, oh yeah, I leave you with this. He said, "'Tis an accepted thing that youth must have its fling, but oh, how I have flung whilst I not so young. And fling I shall away, and fling I will away until me dying day." So thank you very much. And as always, I should have thanked for her beautiful talk earlier on. As she was speaking, my head got bigger and bigger and my cap started to kind of... But anyway, thanks very much.
So while we're setting up for some music to finish, I'll just say a few words. Tommy Donna Rodul agus an bhuictí was Oxfelling iniu tá cogordic livilig agus Tommy Donna hostig will shivling den ócáid an háchtach seo. Smisha Kieran a hócartí uachtar na hoscoil semar níos luúthe agus the hosting shivse in Ulscoil Cénach Ulscoil Dervanam do Ulscoil na Heran Galliv. Sasha Creetnu and Ish Candice the Cade came ahead called Creetnu in Dulsco na Galliva. So you may have noticed you started in NUI Galway and finished, you had a great journey to finish in University of Galway, the same university though. And I just want to say a brief few words while we're setting up around the University of Galway, Ulsco na Galliva, why it's important. And I think both of the honorary graduates today illustrated that. And in fact took some of the themes, if you like, that I talk about in the context of the University of Galway. We thought it was very, very simple, much less complicated. We are a university and we're in Galway, it's Ulscoil Sin Tuamh na Gaillimh, Ulscoil na Gaillimh University of Galway. Funny enough, nobody has written to me and said, we really like that NUI Galway name. It's been a very smooth transition, thanks to many colleagues, including many on this stage, Paul and others. And I think it's important that we say something about what it is to be this university on this day. First of all, as was mentioned, we're in but also in the centre of things. And I often refer to a speech by John F. Kennedy when he came to Galway in early 1963, shortly before he was assassinated, where he said that if your eyesight was good enough and the weather was clear enough, you could see Boston. And I mentioned last week that whatever about people's eyesight, the weather certainly wasn't clear enough last week. And geographically, it's actually Newfoundland, not Boston, but we leave Kennedy as poetry. But it is an important point to say that as a University of Galway, you our graduates, are on the edge of things, but also in the centre of things. Secondly, and Mary mentioned this, when we wake up every day, we see, whether in Salt Hill or Claddagh, Ballylochan or elsewhere, Cosharige, we see the horizon. And Mary's theme has been very much around when we see the horizon, we wonder what's on the other side. And we have that curiosity. Like all great explorers, great adventurers, great researchers, great poets, we wonder what's on the other side. And we hope you, as the graduates of Ulster Garda University of Galway, also see the horizon every day and keep wondering what's on the other side. And thirdly, I'll point to the photograph here that we have from a colleague of, some of you may know him from the College of Arts, Social Science and Celtic Studies, a colleague in geography, Chao-Sheng Zhang, who took this photograph and gives it away as a public good for free. But the photograph is of the quadrangle, which was built in the mid-19th century. And to me, it's symbolic of many things. First of all, of a country that's very different from those famine times, and how this university has in some way, no doubt in some major significant way, made a difference to making this country the country it is now. Secondly, there's a light in the middle of that quadrangle. To me, I hope that, first of all, as has been mentioned also by the Students' Union earlier and this week, that's the light that will shine for you even when you're not here. So we'll keep it lit, and we hope you do too. That's also, we hope, a sense of enlightenment that you bring with you. And you, more than any graduates of the College of Arts, Social Science and Celtic Studies, bring with you enlightenment, that sense of curiosity, that's questioning, that looking beyond the horizon every day and wondering what's on the other side. And we hope that also is symbolic for you too. And at the back of the quadrangle, there's a small door. There's a wall, but also there's a small door. And for me, that's a very important part of what our story as a university is. I grew up in Myola Park. When I was a teenager, I used to walk through college into town, college as we called it then, and I felt this place was my own. It was part of my furniture. I knew then, and I've discovered since, that there were many who didn't think that. They walked along that high wall at the edge of Newcastle Road and didn't come in because they felt they didn't belong here. And we want everybody to belong in this university, that this university is yours and theirs. And I've been like Ronald Reagan thinking we should tear down that wall, but in fact, there's issues with it which we need to preserve and respect around conservation and preservation. But we did something small over the summer. We quietly opened the small door at the back of the wall, or at the back of the quad in the wall. And I often reminded of Kavanagh's poem, "Through a chink too wide there comes in no wonder," whenever I see the small door. But for me, the small door is symbolic of this university having no gates. And on the way over, I met some students from a primary school in Renmore. I met others from going to Bobberow during the summer, collecting conkers, students of Scolaris Old Quilagwinalca, and making this place their own. And that, to me, is very symbolic of the sense that this university is everybody's university. And one of the teachers during the summer said to them that, "Oh, look, here's the president," and they looked around and were very disappointed. It's not Michael D. It was only me. But very important that this university is a place that they also find their own. And you passed through that door, and now you're passing out through that door again. And we hope as you go that you bring that sense of curiosity, that sense of being on the edge in the middle of things, being seeing the horizon every day and looking over and seeing what's on the other side. But also that sense, that light, that enlightenment that we hope we've brought to you, that you'll carry with you wherever you go as you travel. And every one of you, as you came up, have your own story to tell. You don't realise it, but you bring your own energy, your own dynamic, your own personality. It's energising for us here. It revitalises our spirit. This is the day that we are here for. And when you leave the stage, you also bring with you your own energy, your own dynamic, your own personality. And you create your own story. And we wish you the best in that. And every one of you, as you came up, said Gormahagav, or thank you. And I think two things when I hear that. One is we're graduating polite graduates from Galway. But secondly, our thanks are due to you. You chose to study here. You stayed the course in very challenging times. And you're with us today graduating from Ulster University of Galway. So, Thank you, Agus Lividig. Thank you. And we also have with us today in the Bailey Allen and online, and we must remember also in spirit, many of those who supported our students today are graduates. And we know that our students today are graduates have good times and bad, happy times and sad. And in all of those, they rely on others. And we're very grateful to you, family, friends, fans who've come here today. Gurmín Mahagavillig, os taki an taki ta tokagwif dar game henry. And Paul mentioned earlier the great turnout from our colleagues. I'm delighted to see so many colleagues supporting our students, and it gives me the opportunity to say Gurmín Mahagav, I'm in on chance minic galore, Akwalam Harkown, the whole school of Harkown, Mar Uachtar an old school show. Buick school le villig, ta blinta Dakra Katchiguing le Kayla. We have come through difficult times. You can't say the most challenging times, but certainly one of the most challenging times in the history of this university. And together with you, our students, they are graduates, our colleagues have carried this university through those times. And I'll finish before I give way to Martine with the words of Seamus Heaney, which I often think of on these days. Seamus, when he was teaching, which he did in Carysford College for a time in Dublin, in that great book, Stepping Stones, if you get the chance to read it, interviews with Seamus Heaney, comments that he said to his students, we're here to develop your capacities, your destinies are your own. There's that inflection point in that sentence here today. We are here, and we hope we have developed your capacities. Your destinies are your own. As you go from the edge to the centre of things, as you wonder what's on the other side when you see the horizon, and as you pass through that small door into a better, we hope, a brighter world. Thank you. So Martin mentioned that one of his privileges and pleasures in life is playing music with his family, and we're very pleased therefore that we can hear and celebrate with Martin along with his family members. So we'll give way now to Martin O'Connor. Thank you.
If I may have one little final word, we'd like to play this. It's a little piece called Aina Valley, and it hopefully somewhat reflects the peace, which is what we desire in this world most, the peace in that place. And I'd like to dedicate this to the memory of a wonderful woman, Mary McPartlin. And she did so much for the music life and for the arts in general in this university. So also for my lovely wife, wherever she is, Sitska. So, okay. We'll follow to cheer things up with a tune called Rockin' the Boat.